My parents disowned me at 21 for marrying a truck driver 15 years later. My mom called crying. My dad cut me off at 21, 8 weeks pregnant, because I refused to leave my truck driver boyfriend. 15 years later, my mom called crying because my signature was the only thing standing between her and closing my dad's estate. I grew up in an Atlanta bubble where families talked about potential like it was currency. My dad was a successful attorney. My mom kept the house perfect. I was their only kid, so I was the whole plan. In college, I met my husband at a cookout. He showed up after a shift, hands dirty, shirt slightly torn, and still asked me questions like my answers mattered. He drove freight and fixed diesel engines. My parents would have heard truck and stopped listening. I dated him anyway. When I finally told them, my mom went stiff. My dad asked, calm as a judge, what does his family do? When I said working class, the silence did the rest. After that, they tried to bargain me back into the plan. You could do better. He could switch careers. We know someone finishing an MBA. It wasn't advice. It was a warning in a nicer font. Then I got pregnant. I told my boyfriend first. He didn't flinch. Okay, he said, what do we do? I felt my spine lock into place. I told my parents that week. My dad didn't yell, not even a little. He stared at my stomach like it offended him. Then he said next, he said I was throwing away a legacy. My mom cried and stayed silent. Then my dad said, do it without our support. After that, he listed money like a weapon, waiting for me to fold. I grabbed my keys and said, then watch me. I moved out that weekend. We got married at a park with a judge and his family. No one from mine came. My mom mailed a card signed with her first name. Our daughter was born a few months later. The first years were brutal and practical. Repairs fought groceries, sleep fought bills. My husband worked the road. I finished school online and took whatever office work I could get. We were exhausted, but we were steady. My parents stayed gone. No call, no holiday, no congrats. 15 years of silence trains you not to knock on locked doors. We built our own life anyway. My husband started a small freight brokerage out of our garage. I got my real estate license and started selling houses. Not glamorous, just earned. Our daughter was 16 and researching colleges when the phone rang. An unknown number. I answered, and my mom said my name like she wasn't sure she was allowed. I didn't know if you'd answer. I almost didn't. She told me my dad died 6 weeks earlier. Then she said why she really called. The estate was stuck. Bad investments, legal fights, a tax lien, and the house title still had me attached, so nothing could be sold or closed without me. I met her for coffee on my terms. She looked older, smaller, still dressed proper. She slid papers across the table and laid out the options. Sign a quitclaim and walk away. Take a buyout or contest it and drag probate out. I'm not asking you to forgive me, she said. I'm asking you to sign. I asked, why didn't you call when my daughter was born? She stared at her hands. I made mistakes, she said. I had a lawyer review everything. My mom wasn't lying. The buyout would have been real money, enough to erase our business loan. My husband didn't even lean toward it. We'll be fine, he said. Do what lets you breathe. But my mom called again. He left you something, she said. She handed me an envelope with my name and my dad's handwriting. I opened it alone in my car. He wrote that he'd watched my career from a distance, that he once drove past my house and didn't knock because he had no right. He wrote that my husband had character and he'd confused character with credentials. Then he wrote 2 words I waited 15 years to hear. I was wrong. He didn't ask me to come back. He didn't ask me to fix anything. He just finally told the truth. So I made my choice. I didn't take the buyout. I signed the quitclaim deed and let that house go. But I added one condition in writing, a donation, in my dad's name, to a local trade scholarship for mechanics and other skilled trades. My mom agreed without arguing. We're not magically fixed. She's met my daughter twice, cautiously, like a trial run. My daughter's verdict was simple. She's trying, and then colder. Trying isn't the same as enough. What would you have done in my place? Take the money, or walk away and close the door? Leave your take in the comments.